Good morning, everybody. Let's start with our toe lifts. Right foot only, rocket toe and heel, toe and heel. So I think I'm going to actually do traditional strength training today if you use a watch, or you can do functional. Let's switch it to the other foot, lift and lift. So it is Tabata Tuesday. We are back to our Tabatas. 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, 2 exercises. We're gonna do 4 rounds. 4, 3, right leg, swing it. We're gonna take it front to back. Do not be afraid to hold on to something. I know that my balance is not amazing today. I just want you to focus on waking up those hips. 4, 3, switch it to the other side. Swing it front to back. So we're bracing our core. We don't want to do an arch and a round or a lean and a swing of your upper body, just the lower body. 4, 3, switching to the other leg. We're going to take it out and then a little cross in front. So you can just bring it to the midline of the body. If you can bring it over farther, great. If you can't, that's okay too. Good. Switching sides, out and in. So it's just a little lift and a little swing. Trying to go for a little bit of height if you can. And I know if you're not holding on, it's definitely a little more challenging. All right, slow deadlift, hinge it forwards, stand up nice and tall. So think brace the core, pull the shoulders down and back. So imagine, we've talked about this before, you're wearing a towel, just got done with your shower. It's coming a little loose, so you're gonna squeeze those upper arms against your torso. We're gonna try to keep that towel in place. And then kind of dig your hands into your thighs, give yourself a little massage. Slow squat, chest is up, sit the hips down, and then push through the heels to stand tall. So a little down and up. So down, down, up, up. We've got 4 more. Take it down, push through the heels. So think about your feet being a little tripod. You have 3 good points of contact. Good, hold it in the center, right arm up, then take it back around to the front. Left arm up and back, bring it around. So it's okay if your circle is more out to the side. Everybody's shoulders are a little bit different. So up and take it back. So thumb up and then pinky to go down. So thumb up, pinky down, thumb up, pinky down. Good, bring it in the center, open and close. So a little bit of a different way to do our open books. Notice I'm not letting my hips turn. Thinking about opening the shoulder back behind me. Good, we've got 8 more, 8. If this is a bit much, you can always just think little turns, corner to corner. So do what feels good. 3, 2, bring it into the center, arms up, pull it down, reach it forward. Back of the hand is touching the wall. From your fingertips all the way to your elbow, all the way to the shoulders. It can be more of a Y, doesn't have to be an I. Forward step and reach, forward and pull. Good, 4, 3, 2, forward step. We're gonna reach across the body. Forward step, corner to corner. So shoulder reaches towards the opposite side. Lower body nice and steady, upper body rotates. 2, side lunge, hold it here, hold it in place. Nice, good side to side. So 8, 7, 4, 3, hold it in the center, cat-cow, inhale, exhale. So if I turn, my chest is up, I'm just working on a little bit of spine movement, working on my low back. Good, bring it into the center. We're gonna do little heel bounces. Not very big. If you're ready to jump, you can, but I want you to think about heel stomps. 4, 3, plank walkouts. Give yourself a little bit of space. We're gonna hinge it forwards. Walk it out to a nice good plank, and then walk it all the way back up to standing. Remember your option. If you don't have the option to go to the floor, hands on the seat of a chair, walk yourself back to a nice good plank, walk yourself forwards, and stand tall. This is kind of like when we did burpees, just that little variation. But if you can take it all the way down, walk it all the way out, take as much time as you need. I do about 4 walks. If it takes you 6 or 8 or 12 to get out there, that's okay. Good, I'm gonna do one more. Nice, good walkout. And then I'm gonna walk myself all the way back. Bring it into the center, roll the shoulders up, back and down into your back pocket, and then grab a quick drink of water. All right, so 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest. We're gonna do 4 rounds on the right leg and then 4 rounds on the left. So we're gonna be doing an entire circuit right leg, an entire circuit left leg. So what we're gonna do is I want you to focus on leading with your hips. You can grab a dumbbell, kickstand deadlift. I want you to reach like you're reaching for something on the floor, rotate your hip in, and then you're gonna row and you're gonna kind of rotate the hip out. So it's a little hip in, hip out, and then we're gonna do 20 seconds, and then we're going to do just stable kickstand deadlift. We're gonna do all on the right, and then second circuit, we'll do all on the left. So I want you to think about the rotation more than anything. So I'm going light on this one, 20 seconds, so nice good kickstand deadlift in 3, 2, 1. So we're just gonna do a little bit. So we're gonna reach, and then we're gonna reach. And I want you to think about rotating from your hip, not just from your torso. So your hip kind of rotates towards your other leg, and then your hip rotates and goes a little open. Slow and steady, little rotation. 2 and 1. Good, now we're gonna go for just a kickstand deadlift, same leg. 3, 2, and 1. So just a nice good hinge, nice good lift. Hinge and lift. So we're gonna focus all on one leg here. We're gonna do 2 different ways. We're gonna do rotation, and then we're going to do stabilization. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, short rest, and we're gonna go back to that rotation. So if I turn forward, it's just a nice good hinge. Good, rotate, and then rotate. And I really want you to think, rotate your hip, rotate your hip. Doesn't have to be a huge movement. So rotate down and then drive. So kind of like pistons. Go forwards and then come back. Rotate, good. Rest, getting ready, kickstand deadlifts. So I'm just keeping the same weight. Here we go. So nice good hinge, nice good lift. Hinge and lift. Now, if you really need to, if you're like, ooh, I'm already starting to feel this, you can do 2 rounds right, 2 rounds left. And then when we go to the next circuit, 2 rounds right, 2 rounds left. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you can do a little shakeout. But again, on that rotation, it's a good kickstand, hinge it forward, drive one elbow back, and then switch. Your time is on. So a little turn. It does not have to be a big movement. Rotate and rotate. Think about your body. Shoulder stays in line with your hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little rest. You can shake it out. I'm starting to feel this already. And then we're just going to go for nice good deadlifts. Here's 2 and 1. So now it's stable. We're not letting the torso and the pelvis rotate. So we're working that leg 2 different ways. And if you're really starting to feel it, there's nothing wrong with putting both feet flat for your deadlifts for a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out. We got one more set. One more set. Good, 3, 2, and 1. So reach, and then reach. Reach and reach. So we want to try to add a little bit of hip movement. We don't want to make this just our torso. Little open of the hips, little rotate of the hips. 3, 2, and 1. One more set deadlifts, then we're going to shake it out and we're going to switch it over to the other side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So nice good hinge, good reach forward. So rotate from the pelvis, not from the belly button or the low back. And I can tell this is really good. Glutes and hamstrings. Isometric work, a little more knee safe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Walk around a little bit. Grab yourself a drink if you need it. But we're just going to go ahead and switch it over to the other side. So we kind of know what we're doing. It's just going to be different because we're switching sides. Now we have to switch over our brains. So 20 seconds, rotating row in 3, 2, and 1. So really just think good kickstand. Reach and reach. Reach and reach. We want to keep our torso nice and open. Really think you kind of lead with your pelvis, and then you're reaching with your shoulder and your torso. So while one is going down, good, rest. The other one is also opening up. So good kickstand deadlift. Shoulders down and back. Hips are parallel. Let's hinge it forwards and then come up nice and tall. Hinge and lift. And this is one, you know, if you're really kind of struggling a little bit, body weight is okay, but I want you to do some weight, a little bit of strength. Today's workout's a little bit different. Good, rest. A little different than what we usually do. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So drive and then drive. You want to try to go the same distance on both sides when you rotate. You're not going to be able to. It's just physics, biomechanics, but you want to try. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little shakeout. You're going to go for that kickstand deadlift. Good, 3, 2, and 1. So just nice good hinge. So we want to try to feel the difference. So the last set, we could feel our body rotating. This set, I don't want you to feel that rotation in your torso and your hips. Holding it nice and stable, nice and steady. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Halfway through, 2 more sets. 2 more sets. Good, 3, 2, and 1. So rotate and rotate. So we're working, the backside of your body kind of has like a sling that works diagonally from one side to the other. So think left shoulder towards right hip. We're kind of working that sling a little bit. Good, rest. Gonna go for kickstand deadlift. Our next circuits are more normal. Here's 2 and 1. So they'll be a little bit more like what you're used to. And we're going to be giving the legs a break, at least a little bit. Good, 10 seconds. And then we're going to have one more set of those 2 exercises. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, one more set, rotating rows and kickstand deadlift. So remember, we're trying to rotate with the entire torso versus just your upper body. So it's kind of hard to see, but like this is just my torso rotating. I want you to really think little hip opener, little hip closer as well. So reach down towards the toes. Opposite elbow kind of drives to the ceiling. 3, 2, and 1. One more set, kickstand deadlifts. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So nice good hinge, nice good lift. So you'll be happy to know we are not doing lunges today. I don't think we're even doing squats today. Like this is your main lower body leg exercise. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out, walk around, grab a quick drink of water. Gonna move on, circuit number 3. A little bit of core here. We're gonna do our plank walkouts. If you wanna do the ones using the chair, that's perfect. Second exercise, single dumbbell, little squat, and then a little, it's hay baler. So you're taking that hay, chucking it over your shoulder, and you're gonna alternate. We're gonna do that little glute squeeze, which we should feel our glutes now, right? Well, let's get ready for our plank walkouts in 3, 2, and 1. So we're just gonna walk it out to our plank, and then we're gonna walk it all the way back. So just like in the warm-up. We're gonna get about the same number of reps too. Most of us are only gonna get about 3 plank walkouts, and that's okay. Good, walk it all the way back up. Grab a dumbbell if you wanna use one. We're gonna do our hay balers. So I like to hold mine in the middle. It's just a little hinge. So hinge, shoulders, hinge, shoulders. This is another one where we don't wanna arch our low back, like we're letting that dumbbell just kind of take over. It's a reach and a glute squeeze. So it's a little toe tap back. Here's 2 and 1. Going back for plank walkouts. Going back for plank walkouts. Remember, you've got that option. If you just have a chair, 2 and 1. Hands on the seat of the chair. Step it back into a good plank. Walk it forwards and then stand. Walk it out to your plank. Walk it forwards and stand. We want to make sure we're not stepping our entire body back when we do these. Chest stays over the seat of the chair. Good, bring it all the way up. Going for hay balers. So feet hip width, 2, 1. So we take it down and it's a little squeeze. So again, we're working that diagonal sling on the back side of our body. Left shoulder, right glute. Right shoulder, left glute. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good plank walkouts. Plank walkouts. So feet hip width, shoulders down, hinge it forwards, walk it out to a nice good plank. And remember, if you need to, drop to your knees, walk your hands back, and then kind of roll yourself up. You have options. You have options. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, hay balers. If you don't want to do the rotation, just do the lift in the front. So if you don't want to rotate, you're just going to lift in the front and do a little glute squeeze. But with this rotation, it's really not a rotate. It really isn't. So it's just a nice good glute squeeze, taking your item, your hay, your dumbbell over your shoulder. Good. One more set. One more set. Again, we're working our core in 2 different ways. We're working on stabilizing, and then we're working on a little bit of rotating. Hinge it forwards, walk it out. This is our stabilizing, even on the way back up. And then the hay balers is a little rotation. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, one more set of hay balers. One more set of hay balers. Good, 3, 2, and 1. So little hinge, squeeze the glute. It's almost like you're trying to pull a string that's going from your shoulder to your hip, just to bring the lower back and bring the back of the body a little closer together. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Walk around, grab a quick drink if you need it. That one seemed like it went so fast because the other side we did all one side. All right, next round, bicep curls and then overhead presses. If you don't want to do overhead presses, I want you to do front raises, okay? We're just going to grab our dumbbells. We're going to go for our bicep curls, 20 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So I'm gonna do palms facing up. I'm gonna kind of change my bicep curl each circuit. But we're bracing the core. Elbows are underneath our shoulders. Curl it up, take it down. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little rest, we're gonna go overhead press. Again, if you don't wanna do overhead presses, I want you to do front raises. Here's 2 and 1. So press and lower. If you wanna do both arms at the same time, go for it. I'm just gonna go ahead and alternate today. I just woke up very stiff neck and shoulders, so I'm just trying to be nice to my upper body a bit. I'm not gonna go crazy heavy with weights today. Here's 2 and 1. All right, bicep curls, round number 2. This round I am doing hammer curls, palms facing in, thumbs are gonna move up towards my shoulders. 2 and 1. So I'm just gonna curl it up and lower. Again, elbows are staying underneath my shoulders. Sometimes we do our curls and we start to pop our elbows forwards. That's gonna get more shoulders, and we already have plenty of shoulders today. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, back for our overhead presses. This time I'm gonna open my elbows a little bit out to the corner, but you do what feels good right here. So I'm just gonna open. So my elbows are not straight out to the side. I just kind of have my pinkies pointing towards the corners of the room. If you need to keep your elbows pointing forwards, that's okay. You gotta do what feels all right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring it in. Flip grip curls. Palm up to come up, palm in to go down. Here we go. So regular curl, then rotate, hammer. So palm up to come up, hammer curl to go down. We're adding a little rotation at the elbow down to our fingers. So curl it up and take it down. So palm up and palm in. Good, rest. Gonna go for our overhead presses again. This time I'm gonna do Arnold's. So I'm going to look at my nails and then I'm going to show you my nails. So I'm gonna look at my nails. We're adding in a little rotation. So I open and then I press. This is another one. If it doesn't feel good, it's okay. Find one that works. So now we're adding in a little bit of shoulder, a little bit of rotation. 2 and 1. All right, bring it in. Bicep curls, last set. This time, hammer curl to come up, palm up to go down. 2 and 1. So hammer curl to come up, and then regular to go down. So we're just adding a little rotation. It should feel sort of normal. So we're not doing anything where we're twisting our palm to face down to the floor. Hammer up, regular to go down. Here's 2 and 1. Back to our overhead presses. I'm gonna do Arnold for round number 4. So I'm gonna bring it in. I'm gonna have my look at my nails, and then I'm gonna rotate and show you my nails. You do what feels good for you. So it's just a little open, out to the corner, out to the side, before I add in my press. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out, walk around, grab a quick drink of water. Gonna move on. Circuit number 5, standing chest fly. So if you're using dumbbells, you're gonna do a V, an upside down V, meet in the middle, and you can alternate. We just don't wanna rotate our palms down like we're driving a school bus. Palms up, take it across. Second exercise, tricep kickbacks. If you have a band, put the band behind you and you can do a banded chest fly. You just kind of have to switch back and forth between chest fly and kickback, so just keep that in mind. But 20 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So standing chest fly, just bring it up and over, up and over. We want to try not to let the shoulders take over. We're gonna get shoulders, but we want to think about that chest muscle pulling the shoulder in towards your sternum. And we don't want to let the body rotate. Good. Tricep kickbacks. tricep kickbacks. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So shoulders down and back, elbow pointing back behind you. Just a nice good kick it back, bring it in. Kick it back, bring it in. Try not to come all the way to your shoulders. Kick it back and then take the arms straight under the elbows. It's kind of a half rep. 2 and 1. It's a half rep, but that also means that your muscle is under tension the whole time. Good. Back to our chest fly. Here we go. So up and across and down. Palm stays facing up or mostly facing up. We don't want to rotate and take the palm down. Bring it up and down, up and down. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Going back, tricep kickbacks. A little more upper body today because we did a lot of lower body yesterday if you were with me. 2 and 1. So kick it back and bring it in. So a little more upper body, a little more core today. Good. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. A little bit of a shakeout. You can wiggle those shoulders, wiggle those fingers, shoulders down and back, palms facing forward. Here we go. So bring it up and bring it over, up and over. I like to imagine I have paintbrushes in my hand. There's blank canvas right in front of me, and I'm painting the letter X. I'm doing the letter X right across. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Going for tricep kickbacks. We're also working our grip strength today, if you haven't noticed. Here's 2 and 1. So kick back and bring it in. And you can be a little bit more upright, but we want to have those elbows pointing back behind us. Shoulders are down and back. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more set. One more set. So palms facing forward, doing that upside down V. Draw your mountain or draw your X. And if you just want to stop in the middle, that's okay too. So instead of doing a big X, do an upside down V. But if you can go a little bit bigger, a little bit more towards the ceiling, go for it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tricep kickbacks. One more set. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Belly's in, ribs tucked, elbows pointing back behind you. Focus on that squeeze, straightening the elbow. It's the muscle on the back of the arm. It's getting shorter as it straightens your elbow and lifts the dumbbell up towards the ceiling. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out, walk around, grab a quick drink of water. We have one more circuit, and we're all standing today pretty much. Our walkouts are our only floor exercise. All right, with or without a dumbbell, shift your weight into your right leg. Left toe is pointed. You are going to take it side bend, stand, side raise. It doesn't have to be super heavy. If you want to make it harder, side bend, side raise, and then come up. Second exercise, weighted march. So again, movement and stability. So grab a dumbbell, 20 seconds, side bend, side raise in 3, 2, and 1. So weight is in our leg, side bend, side raise. Side bend, side raise. If you don't want to do the side bend, just do the side raise. A lot of our lower body work today is isometric. Just means our muscle isn't getting longer and shorter. Good. Rest. So it's not going to be like it is when we do squats. It's focusing on stability. Weighted march. I'm going to do single-sided, and I'm just going to do a march. You can do hands by your hips. You can do hands at your shoulders, or if you're feeling a little extra, you can do arm overhead. Do what feels good. We've got a lot of shoulders in here today, so this is okay. and so is this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna go for side bend, side raise. And I'm gonna do the same side. So shifting my weight into that right leg, left toe is out. Good, little side bend, side raise. Side bend, side raise. If you need to, both feet flat on the floor. But I like to shift my weight over, a little more balance work. Good, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna go for that weighted march. So hand is down by your hips, shoulders down and back. Nice and tall. Here we go, so lift and lift. Again, option 1 is here, option 2 is here, option 3, we want to stabilize that shoulder blade, so shoulder blade is packed against our torso, whatever you pick. And you can probably see me wobbling. We want to try not to wobble. Here's 2 and 1. Bring it in, switching over to the other side. 2 more rounds. So shift your weight into your leg, toe is down. We're gonna do side bend and then side raise. Side bend, side raise, or side bend, side raise. So nice and stable, moving, shoulder, ribs kind of come down to your hips. Here's 2 and 1. Good, weighted march, shoulder blades packed against your torso. 3, 2, and 1. So just a nice good march. Again, belly's in. This is our stability. We've kind of drifted between stability and mobility between a lot of our exercises today. Make it a little harder here, make it harder here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. One more set. So toes pointing forwards, weight is in your standing leg, your other toe is just out. Side bend, lift it up, side raise. Side bend, side raise. So it's almost like you've got an itch and you're scratching your back on the wall behind you. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, weighted march. Last set, last exercise for today, and we're gonna stretch. Good, 3, 2, and 1. So march and march. The leg that you stand on for that split second, you wanna push the floor away. A little bit of a quad squeeze while the other leg lifts. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Walk around, grab a drink. We're gonna get our equipment out of the way, and then we are going to start to stretch. All right, we're gonna take our feet hip width apart, toes pointing forwards. We're gonna start with just some good hip circles. Go the other direction. So you can do these as a warm-up, but you can also do these as part of your cool down. Just a little bit of movement. All right, bring it in. Little duck foot. And I don't know why, but this foot position reminds me, do you remember those things that people used to have on their desks all the time? It was basically like a little colored cotton ball that had antennas and the googly eyes. Change direction. I'll have to do a picture. I'm not crazy. It was like this huge thing, and it usually had a little tag on it with a cute saying. Good. Bring it in. Rotate. Now we're going to do toes kind of pigeon-toed. But for whatever reason, duck foot just reminds me of those little things, because they had the little feet that were pointing out to the corners. Good, change direction. I don't even know what they were called anymore, so I have to kind of go through and do a Google search and see if Google can figure out what I'm talking about. 2 and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. We're gonna take our right leg back, heel down, toe down, heel is going to lower and lift. Usually we do the other way and we do hamstrings and it's heel down, toe up, and I don't want your heel down and your toe up here. Toe down, heel up. Good, here's 2 and 1. Back heel is down, all 10 toes are pointing forwards. Your back knee is going to be straight, and we're just gonna take deep breaths in, and then we're gonna exhale. So deep breath in, exhale. Good, deep breath in. Now take your back knee, press it forwards over your toes, keeping your heel down on the ground. So we're getting a little calf stretch. Good, bring it in. We're gonna lift our heel, tuck our tail, squeeze our glute, drop the back knee down towards the floor. We're opening the front of our hip and stretching the hip, and for some of you, you may feel this in your quad as well. Good, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2. Let's take that back leg, lift it up, take it to the front. Now we do heel down and toe up, and we're going to hinge, and then we're gonna come up tall. So just like our deadlifts, but now we're focusing on stretching the hamstring. Hinge and lift. Let's add in the shoulder. So hinge, we're gonna circle it up and around. Hinge, circle. Last one, hinge. Bring it all the way up. We're going to do a pat on the back and then stand tall. Pat on the back and then stand. So a little stretch. So reach. Good, 2 and 1. Bring it in, shift your weight into your front leg, step your back leg back, and we're gonna go back for our lower and our lift. So down and lift. So we should be doing the other leg, hopefully. Good, 4, 3, 2. All right, let's take that back heel down. Brace your core, all 10 toes are pointing forwards. Now we're going to open and close. All right, take that back knee, press it forwards over your toes, keeping that heel down. 2. Good, bring it in the center. We're gonna lift the back heel, tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, drop the back knee down towards the floor, mini lunge. And just stretching the front of your hip. So we should feel kind of a stretch right in here, and then a squeeze of the glute in the back leg. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that back leg, bring it up and around to the front, heel down, toe up, hinge it forwards, stand tall. So hinge and stand. Let's add in the arm circle, hinge it forwards, circle it around. Hinge, circle, last one, hinge. We're gonna bring it all the way up, pat on the back, so down and up. Elbows pointing forwards, try to have your upper arm close to your ear. Sometimes we get it out here. Try to bring it in if you can. Sometimes you have to readjust your shoulder. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in the center, feet hip width apart. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down into your back pocket, thumbs pointing forwards. Now let's change our hand position. Elbows straight, flex your wrists. Shoulder blades packed against your torso. Just take the shoulders up, back, and down. Good, change direction. Let's take the arms out to the side, reach the fingertips back, wash the walls in your hallway, both at the same time. And change direction. Let's bring those hands down, shoulders down and back, ear to shoulder, side to side. Bring the head up. We're gonna look to one side and then look to the other. Bring it into the center, big breath in, spread the fingers, spread the toes, and exhale. One more time, big breath in, and out, and you are all done.